Yes, guys, so every April, the Augusta National becomes the center of attention for the golfing universe. Tradition reigns. The jackets are green. The cheese pimento sandwiches are $1.50 in the fairways. But beneath the formality lies a web of tradition and unexpected stories, including a man selling t-shirts in the Hooters parking lot. This is Essentially Sports, and today we're diving into the secrets of the Masters, from those iconic green jackets, those legendary cheese sandwiches, and the man, the myth, the legend, John Daly, who can still be found in the Hooters car park just off Washington Road. So let's start with that iconic green jacket. This is one of the most beautiful symbols, not just in golf, but in all of world sport. This tradition started in 1937. It began so that patrons could easily spot each other. It was inspired when they were over in Liverpool, where they wore red jackets, and Augusta chose that serene, beautiful, and unmistakable green. Then in 1949, Sam Snead became the first ever champion to be awarded one. I love this tradition, it's just amazing. There are certain trophies in the world that just have that beauty and that romance to them. You know, the Football World Cup, the Ashes with all its history, the tiny little trophy you get awarded, maybe the massive Stanley Cup. You know, those trophies where you see them and they're just iconic. Well, this is something very special, and we all know the history behind the green jacket. In case you don't, only the champion gets to wear the jacket outside of Augusta, and they only get to do so for a year. I heard a brilliant podcast with Nick Faldo speaking about it, and when you arrive at Augusta, your jacket is there waiting for you. In his case, he's won it 3 times, so one year they had all 3 of his jackets waiting for him. And when you hear the players talk about what this means, anyone who's ever picked up a golf club to a high standard has dreamt about how it would feel with the former champion putting that green jacket on you, earning it. Some players like Tiger Woods have earned multiple. I believe Tiger Woods has earned 5 of them. This trophy, this prize is so much more than just that, than just a trophy, just a prize. It's history, it's prestige, it is honor. And hearing any of the champions talk about what it means to wear that green jacket, you just feel it. It's really, really special. At this point, guys, I encourage you, comment below, is the green jacket one of the greatest prizes in not just golf, but all of sport? I think it is, for sure. Now this brings us nicely on to the Champions Dinner. If you win, not only do you get that coveted green jacket, there is of course the Champions Dinner, where you get to choose the cuisine being served. Now imagine being a young champion like Jordan Spieth. He was 21 when he won. He put on an incredible Texas barbecue, but there's so much expectation behind it, and this has such a brilliant history. Remember, the Champions Dinner is just the champions and the chairman. It's a super intimate setting, just the very best golfers in the world, all hanging out, all having a great time, all enjoying tremendous cuisine. I think Vijay Singh did Thai. He's got some mates who own a Thai restaurant. Nick Faldo flew fish and chips. Dustin Johnson served pigs in blankets and filet mignon. In 1998, Tiger Woods went full college throwback. He served cheeseburgers, fries, and milkshakes. When you're the champ, who's gonna tell you what to do? Especially when you got that green jacket on, am I right? And of course, broadcasters are asked to speak respectfully. No shouting, for example. No branding overload. And I've got to say, I love this. When we watch, for example, the Super Bowl or any NFL game, any basketball game, there's so many breaks in play, so many ads in your face, bright lights, branding, ads. The Masters is very special like that. It's much more civilized, shall we say. Rule of Augusta, again, this might be one of my favorites. Maybe I'm being overly romantic and it's easy for me to say all the way here in my study because I'm not there, I don't have a ticket. But there are no phones allowed at Augusta. Leave your phones at home. And I've heard players talk about how much they really enjoy this rule, how much more engaged the fans appear to be. You're allowed to take photos, but only during the practice session. Next, let's talk about Amen Corner. Amen Corner is one of the most recognizable 3 stretch holes in all of golf and a pivotal spot in deciding where the Masters is won or lost. Amen Corner consists of holes 11, 12, and 13. The 11th is a par 4, the 12th a par 3, and the 13th a par 5. The holes are named White Dogwood, number 11, Golden Bell, number 12, and Azalea, number 13. Now, aces are very hard to come by on Amen Corner. There's been 3 hole-in-ones on the 12th hole in the history of Masters competition. Now, we talk about the way that Augusta looks like it's painted. This is by design. The groundskeepers refrigerate azaleas, dogwoods, and magnolias and ensure that they bloom right on time, right on cue, peak season, on demand. Everything at Augusta must be perfect, pristine. It just goes in tandem with the ethos behind this great and historic tournament, that every inch is thought of, every inch is considered, and it just creates such a beautiful, bright, and natural spectacle. Visitors who have themselves a ticket this year or any year, you are oh so lucky. This is one of the most iconic tournaments in all of world sport, and thought goes into every tiny detail. Moving on, let's talk about Concessions and Southern Charm. $1.50 for an egg salad. You cannot argue with that. Again, not to sound super old or anything, harking back for the good old days, but tradition is so important at Augusta, and this is showcased in the price of things. The legendary $1.50 Pimento Cheese Sandwiches. You can get a beer for under $5, for example. Augusta's concessions haven't really changed in decades, and this is on purpose. Accessibility, that is a key word, I think, at Augusta. Sometimes golf doesn't always feel so accessible, but I love the par 3 competition, which takes place every Wednesday. The par 3 contest brings smiles and superstition. Now let me tell you why. The par 3 contest is such a fantastic initiative. People bring their families, their caddies, everyone likes to get involved. However, there is one important caveat, something we must remind you. No one ever who's won the par 3 contest has then gone on to win the Masters. And if you're superstitious, this is pivotal. There are many beautiful rites and rituals at the Masters. It begins with reverence. Nicklaus, Player, Palmer, legends opening the Masters with ceremonial tee shots. The sound of the bell reverberates around Augusta, and everyone understands that it's time. Something special is about to go down. Now, Masters Week would not be Masters Week without the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only John Daly. Every week, he can be found in Hooters parking lot selling merchandise, from t-shirts to hats and all sorts. He is one of the biggest characters in the sport of golf. Such a shame that he can't play anymore. An item from John Daly is a little bit of a must-have, and certainly interacting with the legend, getting an autograph, getting a picture as well. This is something that so many fans love to take off their golf bucket list, or their Augusta bucket list, should I say. I've never had the John Daly experience myself, but I do think he's the man. However, having done my hardcore research, I have been to Reddit to go through some comments of people who have done the John Daly experience, and there's some good comments. I wanted to share them with you guys. One user wrote, in 2018, we had an epic putt bet going on, and the cigarette never left his mouth once. Took my $20 with a smile. Classic John Daly, ladies and gentlemen. We stopped by last year on Tuesday around 4 to 5 p.m. It was pretty nuts. This could be different this year, but last year, if you were facing Hooters, he sets up shop on the far left side. Huge table with a bunch of his stuff. My buddy bought a PGA Championship flag that Daly signed. He'll take a shot with you if you get him one. That is awesome. Try and think of another sport where you can go and have a shot with one of the legends of the game. That is beautiful about the Masters, about golf. about John Daly. I love that. Augusta is truly something very special. What are some of your favorite Augusta traditions, guys? Let us know in the comments, and please do support by liking, sharing, and subscribing. I'm Andrew Whitelaw. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you at the next one.